to be. In your own opinion, do you think Steve Paul can still salvage the situation and get to win the NBA title eventually?
Well, Chris Paul has a good lineup on him. He has, a great scorer in Devin Booker, who's still getting better as we speak. He also has a good defensive anchor who can also score in DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Though they are having problems with negotiating a rookie extension contract with him, I definitely think that that they have a good lineup. They have a good player in Mikal Bridges who can get you 3-pointers, who can also supply on the defensive end. Though, in my opinion, I do definitely think that last season was his best shot at that. Definitely because due to injuries to LeBron and the Lakers, that definitely caused an issue. And definitely because, they had, I think that Luka Doncic and the Mavericks are also doing really well in terms of that department. So, do I think that Chris Paul's last chance was last year? Definitely, because, because of injuries to other teams, and also because I don't think that, even though we say age, he's aged gracefully, but I think that was his last try.
Wow. Let's talk about Lakers. LA Lakers, just like you said, were ravaged with injury last season. LeBron James had an inconsistent season. It was on and off due to injury. And this season, it seems to be pretty much the same thing. He's missed 3 games, if I'm right, this season already. And, things are not looking very bright for them. What's your take on Lakers' performance this season?
Well, first of all, I do think that they did make a wrong decision in their off-season. I think they started with the issue, but do I think that injuries will hamper them? Definitely. Because, even though they did maybe in the sense who was going to be dominant on the ball, so they needed to have Russell Westbrook there. Though, and they just played a game yesterday, even though they beat the Cavaliers, floor spacing was still an issue. Russell Westbrook only made about 1-3, and that was an issue for them because you can't have Russell Westbrook shooting only 1-3 in those games. Even if that was the Cleveland Cavaliers, what if you're going to play against the Bucks the next game? What if you're going to have a team that has a defensive scheme against Russell Westbrook and then can contain LeBron? Even though as hard as it is to say that, you still have to have measures for that. And I don't think that they have the measures for that. And I don't think that they're going to finish at the first as a seed this season.
Well, do you think LeBron James' injury is due to age? Like he's aging already, a lot of people know that. But do you think his age is actually a factor with regards to him always being injured?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, last season he did, have an injury to his right ankle. That was definitely a problem for him. And, he was very slow in his games and that ankle because of those issues. And he wasn't in his stride. But, in the game yesterday, he did have 26 points. He did score pretty well. And he did look pretty impressive according to his ankle. And he said after the game that, he felt a lot better than he did before. This is definitely better. But I do definitely think that maybe not because of age, but because of fatigue. This is year 19 for LeBron, also year 19 for Carmelo Anthony. And I think that he's, over time began to evolve his game. Before, when he was a lot younger in his Miami Heat days, he was more of a scorer in the paint. But now, his 3-point percentages have improved because he knows that because of age, he won't be able to get to drive that much. And he's going to get fouled a lot more, and that's going to take a lot of fatigue off of him. But definitely, that is, you could say on age, you could definitely say, just unforeseen circumstances.
Well, let's talk about their decision making. Let Dennis Schroeder, go. Let Caruso also left the team. You think it's actually a wise decision, to allow these 2 guys leave the team?
I don't think so. I truly don't think so because, Russell Westbrook at age, 33, 32 is a average defender at best, and you let go of someone like Dennis Schroeder, who number one can get you points on the board, through 3-point scoring, but also because of his defense. He's definitely a defensive leader and he helps on defense. And definitely with guys like Alex Caruso, he definitely supplies energy from off the bench and he definitely, supports the team morale. while they did acquire Dwight Howard back, I think definitely rebounding may still be an issue, because of, Dwight Howard is about 36, 35, and that's definitely still going to be an issue. So, and I think these young players in these other teams like the OKC, and, with guys like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, these young players are definitely going to take advantage of, people like Russell Westbrook. Even though he is fast, I do definitely think that his elusiveness has slowed down over the years, and I do definitely think that they can take advantage of that. And due to these ages, it's definitely going to cause a disparity in their wins this season.